so doing a video blog or whatnot of doing my TV panel. Might be hard to see, but this is the panel that I made. And as you can see, I marked it off and then pre-drilled. And what I'm going to do now is take some T-nuts, which are these guys, and I'm going to put those in the back. And what I'm going to do is put all those in and then bolt the actual mount to this board, and then this board will then be bolted into the stone fireplace. Just made more sense. I've seen some people, you know, do both at one time, but I wanted to do it separate. That way it'll make it easier for me to use washers or something to that effect to level out each corner on the stone, and that way this panel will be as straight as it can be. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in, and then I'll do another little quick update. Alright, so as you can see, I got the T-nuts in, so now I just need to do some cleanup. Yeah, those are basically lifesavers. Really good. If you don't use them, use them. They have a million different uses. Let's make things really easy. I bought for this the 3/8 and got some 1.5 inch bolts, which should put it so that way it won't stick through and come out the back. I don't have to grind anything. It'll go just about to the end of the threading there, and I'm going to use some Loctite just to be safe. So now what I got to do is I'm going to flip it over. So now what I'm going to do is, so that's the front, and now I'm going to basically frame it in with some borders, and then before I attach those, I will do any sand putty and fill in all these holes and everything, because this is going to be stained. Yeah, so I'm going to basically get some borders that'll stick up about, I don't know, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to have routed those so they have a nice design on them, and basically frame it in. And then once the putty's dry, sand that down and then attach the sides, and then I'll be ready to start figuring out where I'm going to put the 4 carriage bolts into the stone. Till then. Okay, just doing a test fit for the 45s. I'm by no means anywhere close to a professional, so I always get some scrap wood and test it first, make sure I got the cuts right and everything. So this one came out pretty good. Obviously not together, but it's a good 45. So now I'll just measure the real wood. I'm using poplar on the edges, and I'm going to do my table router, and I'll use that, and I'll route it once I cut it, and then once the sanding on here is done, I will go ahead and put it on and hopefully get this mounted up on the wall. Alright, so I got the test mount of the down and out. So I only got 4 bolts in right now, but just gonna test it out, get it up, and that way I can drill the 4 holes in each corner to get it hung on the fireplace. I'm filling in the old holes right now. I'm gonna use new ones. So that's what that is. Till next time. Alright, so after much headache, they weren't kidding about how much thought has to be put into this, but got everything taped off, so you can see the bottom of my plate is going to be above this line, So it's just above the two outlets, and then the edges will be right on the edge of here. So it's higher than we wanted, just because obviously we don't want to cover up the panels, but it should get there now. So now I'm going to get ready and drill the holes for it. We already did a test mount on the TV. We have the mount on the back of the TV, so that worked out good. So now it's just drilling and hoping for the best, and we'll see how far it comes down. I'm pretty sure it's going to be about, once it's fully down, because it's so high, about 6 inches below that. So it's going to be higher than we'd like, but a lot of that's because of those panels and not the because of the down and out. All right, so got the mount up, got the TV on. It's all temp right now, but at least got it up today. Definitely a learning curve. Functionally, it's perfect. It's level, exactly where I wanted it. Cosmetically, definitely not there. But that's the panel. I messed up definitely in a couple areas. That was more my fault than the mount by any means. Got a 65-inch LCD on it. Let you see it from the side. So it's about all that it can go down. I have a, I think it's a 7-inch mantle. I put this as low as I could. I'm not sure if you can see that. Because the power outlet and the port where the HDMI cable and everything were already in the chimney. So couldn't do anything about that, so I went down as far as I could. But that's about what it looks like. So it works really well. Really impressed with how it is. Down and out, definitely the way to go if you have a mantle and you want to get it out of the way and use a TV without having to look up. So definitely a buy if you have a situation like I did, where you want a TV in the middle of the room and you want it to be at seeing level so you can see the fireplace. So very cool.